Michael, stop marah-marah, please
Eh, where got I marah-marah every time?
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, Acha, tamu ke laut, Acha.
Sekejap, aku tengah jalan kat laut ni. Tunggu aku.
If you're trying to see what's up, hit up Wello for the vibe. Running from behind the scene, you can see it with your eyes. Race zooms, making chess moves, this mean us down the right. Better turn your shit up, everything gon' be alright. Wello to the top, we gon' make it pop. Ready for the up, shoot them down, you bout to get dropped. Everyone to see, best believe it, looking on me. I ball with my G's, yeah, I'm ballin' out, yeah, I'm ballin'
Said you
out.
wanna leave me, you the leader on my pictures, huh? Last month I met the big ones, now we're never linking up. I had to turn these things around, you never gonna see me now. Fast forward to 24 phones up, I got you looking up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the one and only Wello Show.
Welcome back.
Yeah, do follow us on our Spotify. We're posting more content on Spotify, so check it out, guys.
Yep.
Yep, today we got a very special guest with us. And finally, we get to invite
Yes.
an OnlyFans creator.
Yes.
Please welcome Garcie Hartie.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yay! Actually, we've been wanting to invite an OnlyFans creator for quite some time already. So we're really thankful that you want to
Yes.
come to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you the most typical question lah. How do you found out about OnlyFans?
Found out.
Yeah, found out about OnlyFans.
I think my one day on Instagram, like people just started DMing me. So many of my followers started
Okay.
asking me, why am I not on OnlyFans? Can I be on OnlyFans? So yeah, that's when I first found out.
Before OnlyFans, what were you doing? Like IG models or what?
So before OnlyFans, I was actually very new to social media.
Okay.
Like I was only like on social media for like maybe a year or less than a year. And then very quickly.
When was this?
When was this?
When was the time where you like get to find out that you got OnlyFans and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years
About
ago?
2 years ago.
2 years
yeah.
ago. 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago.
Then like people confirm like been asked like want to know like how can you become like very successful in this OnlyFans thing? Like, you got any tips or not?
Yeah.
Firstly, it must be pretty, that one for sure lah.
Actually, no.
Not really,
Is
I
it?
think.
Yeah, not really.
Actually, true also. Some people also
Skills
never
must have skills.
skills also.
Yeah.
Some people also never show their face.
Yeah.
You know?
But they're not successful.
Oh, this is it.
Is it though? I thought have. I don't know the names lah, but I thought there are some that with no face still successful.
That's
What's
what
your
you thought.
definition of successful?
A lot of exposure and a lot of money. Is that
What's a lot of money? 5 digit at least?
No, I think more.
6.
I think those never show face never hit 5. Not even 4. Not even 5 digit. Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe very low 4. I
You're talking
suspect.
about Asians or Americans also?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like maybe Americans will get more.
Yeah, actually, at the same time also, I think we talked about this before. Like, I feel like people who do OnlyFans, right, and they cannot make it. I feel like they like rabak.
DL.
They damn else.
So I think the way I started out social media, I'm actually a super late boomer. And I actually had a very good life before like social media. Like I actually rented out and live alone and travel around the world before I was even on social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I did all that. But I can see why people say that. I can see I can understand why people say that. Yeah.
Okay, so like, what are the tips of becoming successful?
Tips
Advice
advice
What is the first thing that they need to know to start an OnlyFans account?
try not to go jail. Okay, so then besides, so when you start, I think it's very important to give yourself a stage name rather than doxing yourself and giving your real name. I'm not sure, but I've seen cases online where when creators try to go past immigration in certain countries. And like ICA, they can check like what's your occupation, or if you use real name, they actually check, like to see if you're a threat or something. And it is unfair, but there are cases where the ICA officer label some of these creators as sex worker, and you don't even get to go in, or you don't even get to argue. So there are like maybe very rare cases like that, but I personally would not even take the risk, because there's basically zero cost to keeping your real identity,
So there's some countries that wouldn't allow you to go in because you are labeled as sex workers.
I think they say lah, but I don't think there's a real hard rule around it. I don't know, but I'm just saying like there is absolutely no cost to giving yourself a stage name. Yeah.
So when you first started, do you know that you're gonna be like successful? Like a lot of people will like want to tune into you.
So the way I started was very strange. So about 3 years plus back, I actually had zero social media.
Okay.
And this is a long story.
Okay,
I try to summarize. Okay,
time.
so before that, I actually had no social media, and I was like a super privacy maxi. And then, but I still, like on the street, I still get stalked.
Okay.
And so I get stalked, and it's very, very bad, like even on the street. And then there was one time, I think, on the internet, I think somebody, there's some episode of somebody trying to get hold of me, trying to dox me. And then there is this whole...
Let it out, Garcie, let it out.
basically, I went to depression because some guy threatened me and saying that, we'll put photos of you on the internet. And it made me fucking scared. I was depressed for 2 years. And then after that, I got slightly better. Okay. This first guy I met on Tinder, I told him this story because I wanted to explain to him why I got PTSD when I go when I go out in public. So I have to tell him the reason, right?
Yeah.
And then when we fought, he used it against me. He said, "Hey, I think, I'm going to just put your photos online, not even nude photos, just my face. And he knows how scared I am. So I was so scared, and I started asking myself, actually, why am I so scared? And my whole life I've been pushed around. And it is always the same theme. It's it's always men threatening me. They know something I'm afraid of, and they will use it against me. So I think actually what will happen if I put myself online? And I really thought hard about it, and I realized maybe I'll be very popular leh. Since I don't try very hard, also people keep on
Yeah.
And so my whole early life, I feel like I've been fighting against the current. It's people don't want, but I fight it. I just don't want to be. And so when I put myself online, everything went very smoothly. It felt like I'm a surfer surfing the water, the more I, instead of, hide away from being sexualized, and I sexualize myself and allow myself to, benefit from this whole thing, it feels like I'm just like a surfer riding the wave. And so my life, that's how I came about putting myself online and things like that.
Okay. I feel like I got a lot of questions about these stalker things and everything, but later I will ask you. But now I want to ask you how you get ideas. What type of content I want to make.
So I think aesthetically, I feel like I fall into more of the Japanese gravel aesthetics. So I try to write on that. I try to write on that, and then I just look at Instagram girls and some pictures I really like it, and that's how I find inspiration. And also I have a bit of photography background. So I genuinely enjoy creating, but right now it's just using my body to create. So
I see.
yeah.
Do you go out often?
No.
You don't go out often, right?
No.
Because of the things that you just said just now.
PTSD.
Yeah, I got PTSD. If I go out too often, Cause I know it's what is it? Is it called like a parallel relationship or like
Relationship.
Parallel
I'm
relationship.
not sure about that.
it's like people know you more than you know them. Yeah.
Okay.
So I know when I go out, right?
Yeah,
Actually, everybody know me more than I know.
Yeah.
So I feel like kind of I'm being watched. So sometimes, and plus I have no reason to go out because everything is done at home.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Do you have like your best experience with a fan? Any best experience?
Okay, wait. Before that, I want to know, like, your fans is mostly in Singapore or like all over the world? Like, most of your fans are from where?
Singapore and America.
Singapore and America. Oh, okay. Okay, what do you want to answer?
Yeah, your best experience with a fan, or do you have?
Best experience, I have one very unique experience. I don't know if he's a fan.
Okay.
But I don't know how much of a fan he is, but I was in EDC last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so the original plan was supposed to be like 4 people stay in a very big hotel room. Cause it's like EDC with raves. We are raving, and then it's just fun, to stay with your friends.
Yeah.
So, but during the day, I actually kind of like fell out with one of the guy, cause like to me privacy was very important, and he was very annoying, cause I was going to a club, and then he was like, I think he tried to block everything.
Oh.
And then he's like, when I was taking my passport to go into a club, right? He take his phone like that, like zoom into my passport. Then I was like, kiss, stop it! Like, and then after that, he got annoyed. But anyway, there's a bit of miscommunication. So I decided that okay, I'm not gonna like go back to the same room and stay in the same room with him. So like I went back first.
Okay.
So I was like the only person in the room, and I just packed my stuff and I just went off. So to me, like, booking a hotel, extra hotel in a, cost wise is okay. I'll just book it. So I pack up, and then I didn't remember that it's Vegas EDC. So the entire Las Vegas, right, was fully booked.
Oh, okay.
So I already packed my luggage, and I was in another hotel, and I basically have nowhere to stay. And it was like 2 a.m. So I started texting my friend. I said, hey, shit. And then one of the girls say that, oh, the guy that you met in the afternoon, another guy, like, he's the only one with another room, but you have to share the room with him. Then I say, beggars cannot be choosers. So I said, okay. He happened to be a Singaporean.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I look at him, he's like, okay, like, this girl just put her luggage into my room, and then he just shared my bed. I was like, okay. And then, I was just chatting with him. Everything was very innocent and everything. And then I think like he went out for a while in the morning.
Okay.
And I went to use Instagram, and I don't know why or how I go and search for his Instagram. And I realized he knows me.
Oh, shit, he follows you.
Yeah, he follows me. So like, it means that I actually share a bit with like one of my followers.
Yeah.
Just like that. I was like,
he actually know you, but he don't want to acknowledge you.
yeah, but he never acknowledged, so I don't know,
You caught him.
So I don't know, I don't even know. Then after that, I was like, I kept quiet all the way.
Like, it's kind of scary actually. A bit.
Like,
It's more of a like awkward thing, I feel.
is it awkward or scary?
It's funny.
Funny.
Like after that, I was like, oh my god, like why the world so small? We were in Las Vegas, so I didn't expect. Like I don't feel like I'm so popular, or like that the chances are so high. So
But then you never tell him, actually you follow me. Like, no.
no, so like I kept quiet. I didn't even tell anyone until the whole entire trip was over. Then I started telling my friends, and then they was like, ooh. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, like in terms of like OnlyFans and everything, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that like you make good money?
I feel like I didn't make life-changing money. Like it to me, it's not. It didn't change my lifestyle at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean by life-changing money?
There's no lifestyle change. There's nothing that I'm doing different that I wasn't already doing before OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many friends you have on your OnlyFans?
Secret.
Secret.
Yeah.
But that one can see what? No, man.
Cannot. You can choose to hide it.
Oh.
I mean, how many people following you? That one can.
Cannot.
Oh, cannot.
Cannot.
Oh.
Okay.
It depends. So some people choose to show it, some people choose to hide it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
What are the weirdest requests that your fan asked for?
There's one that is not a request. I got paid $2,000
Let's
to be
go.
like preach.
Preach.
Preach? What do you mean preach?
Preach like on religion.
What?
Oh, you just have to preach. So how?
No, the person just, give me $2,000 tips and then like started preaching about the gods.
Oh.
I was
Oh.
like, okay, I'll just accept it. Okay.
So he what? He do a video and he send you, or he just text?
He write on a paper and he took picture of the paper.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Did he change your life?
Yeah, 2,000 difference.
2,000 different. Yeah.
But I'm sure you got a lot more of like weird requests, no man? Or you just never
Oh,
open?
have one. Like there's one, I think like this guy is like into hentai.
Okay.
And then he said, can I do a video, like a custom video, like pretending that I've been like brainwashed and that I don't want to have sex. But then I've been brainwashed, so I started begging to have sex with him. And like, I don't even know what's going on. And then I was like, yeah.
That's what he wanted you to do. Just act,
he wanted.
act like you wanted to have sex with him.
I don't know. I just, there's like it feels like just the whole script writing, it's like a full script. And yeah, I didn't follow up for that.
Oh.
How much would you follow up with that?
I didn't even ask him how much he's gonna pay me. I'm like, it's too much work, man.
Oh, so you wouldn't even do it, even though it's like maybe, let's say, a lot of money.
Depends.
Depends
I
on
think
what.
I think if it's really a lot,
Mm.
he would have given me an offer first.
Understand,
Yeah,
understand,
he wouldn't wait
understand.
for me to ask him how much.
Oh.
How much you ever receive from your fan?
How much?
How much like have they ever offer you to do some things or whatever like just tips you? How much?
2,000 for the preach.
I didn't ask for that. He just
Okay.
gave me. I think there are a few that asked me for meetups, but I've never go, and like the amount is quite high.
Can say how much?
5 digit.
Damn son.
Oh.
Why you don't want to go?
Actually, it's dangerous.
Because if I do this, right, and
Okay.
it's all digital, I'm still a creator. But if I meet, right, it's a different category. You're like, it's like a different category, and I didn't want to go down that slippery slope. So I just, okay lah.
What is the easiest request you ever gotten? The easiest one?
Toe pick.
Topic.
Yeah, my fingernails.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I must hide. Cannot show you. Money. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
damn.
everything also like got a
Must
price,
hide.
you know.
Mm.
Everything got a
damn.
price.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what do you think about sugar daddy? You got sugar daddy or not?
I don't have eh.
Would you want one?
You want?
Depends. If like
If you want,
super
you can
handsome
talk,
is
If
okay.
you want, you can talk to the camera over here.
Yeah, if it's like handsome, treat me well, sing for me, give me money.
Sugar daddy will be handsome, eh?
Well, usually sugar daddy very old lah.
Yeah, usually old, what? Will they be
I don't
handsome?
know.
They are handsome sugar daddy, Chap. Serious.
But if they handsome,
Where you
right?
find? Where?
If they handsome, why would they be a sugar daddy?
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe they don't want to deal with like clingy girls. I don't know.
Ah, I see. Another perspective.
Wow, I quite okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, I'm sure like sometimes like when you do this OnlyFans and everything, like some confirm like got people have like negative thoughts about OnlyFans creator, right? But what do you think about that?
What I think I don't really
Do you experience that?
for my immediate friends and I'm very lucky to not have like not even one of my friends or like family said any bad things about it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like all of them are supportive.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So but the negative comments I receive is all like maybe online or like yeah.
But you just ignore lah.
No, like to me, I ignore because I feel like this thing I'm doing is not like special or unique. Everybody have that. It's just that whether or not they are honest enough to show it. So, like, what's the difference between you and I? Like, No difference, right?
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, you wanna ask anything last before we go to part 2?
How do you handle with your haters also?
Haters?
Yeah.
She got no haters.
No haters,
Gracie
No,
Hartie got
have
no
I probably
haters.
block them, but I don't
Oh,
I
you
don't
will
see.
block them.
To be honest, I seldom encounter them. Yeah,
That's
like
great.
where are they?
Where you guys are?
Maybe I see lah. Then I was like, okay lah, whatever.
Whatever lah. You know, you have to ignore all this. Yeah.
Yeah, actually true.
Alright, okay. Thank you, Ken. We go to part 2 lah.
We go to part 2.
Alright, guys. We see you guys after this. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the one and only Wello Show.
Welcome back.
This podcast is brought to you by Property Agent Kai Syazwan. #I hustle.
You hustle.
Yeah, for more information on buying or selling a house, you guys can contact him at 93250-334. 93250-334.
Or you can find him on Instagram at Kai Syazwan Property.
And also, if you guys want to find him
Yes,
in real
legit.
in person,
In person.
it's at Wisma Gilang.
Wisma Gilang. How do I explain the place?
It's
It's
the
near
first.
to Wisma, but it's not at the food camp.
In front of
In
Wisma
front of
lah.
Wisma,
In front of Wisma, you
Yes.
just
Mm.
there got 2 Yari booth, but we find the center one. Don't find the end one.
They are called Abang Abang Property.
Yes.
Okay, let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Okay, I want to ask you, like, let's say right now, right, there's this guy. Let's say macam like, he's like 20 plus, early 20s. He
Okay.
finally want to buy a house.
Okay.
Okay, then he got no clue about anything.
Okay.
Like, don't know anything about like, I want to. Who am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to ask? You know, there's a lot of people. I'm sure there's a lot of people who watch this, so you know,
Yes.
will have that kind of
Would
feeling.
understand.
Correct.
Will understand also like, what to do? What to ask? I don't know what to do. Like, what is the one of the first few things that they need to know, or you know?
Okay. First thing first, must find partner.
That's why partner. That
Must
one,
find
for
partner.
sure.
No point you ask question and then get ready not to be married. Oh, not yet bro. I don't have girlfriend. That also problem Okay. For first time buyers, usually it's very normal for them to have zero knowledge on this.
Yeah.
Right. So they might have a lot of questions to ask. But the first thing first is they should actually go and find someone who's the expert.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They can ask HDB. Right, the HDB officers, or they can also ask agents like us.
Yeah.
So agents, usually for me personally, I would love to sit down with this kind of first time buyers, because when you have zero knowledge, right, I like to mold them from ground zero, you know. So tell them on what are the things to tell them the flow, what are the things to have, what are the things to be prepared of, and all. But because from what I know is some first time buyers, they are very afraid to ask because they think like they don't know what they don't know, right? So they don't know what to ask. So they are always afraid of that. So they are afraid that when I approach an agent, I might be asking a stupid question. You see, there's no question that is stupid, no.
There's no such thing as stupid question.
Correct. Because like I say, not every day you buy house. So
Every day.
Not every day you buy
Good
house.
point, that one.
Sorry.
Good point, that one. Not every day you buy a house. Just ask only.
You need to ask the
just
proper
ask,
question to buy.
So sometimes it can be as simple as you approach me and then bro, how to buy house? It can be as simple as that. At least I know that okay, now the interest is there, right? So I can start off to say that, is this your first time buying? So when are you gonna get married? So at that point of time, I already more or less understand what's the timeline for them to get the house, and the point of time when they get married. So when should we start looking? Then at the point of time, then I would just meet them and say that okay, best we have to meet up so that I can do your financial calculations. At the same time, also explain the whole process of buying resale flat. And then from there, you know what is the skeleton. So you fill up your own stuff to say, okay, this is when I should be plan to meet my wedding planner. This is when we are supposed to get married. This is when I'm supposed to be ready to have the money to do the renovation and all. How long am I supposed to stay with my parents? From all the way is from my skeleton that I've provided you. All from the question you ask. Bro, I want to buy a house. Can or not? The thing is, you just need to ask.
Just ask anything.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Okay, now I asking. I want to ask.
Okay,
now. So let's say right now, like I want to find a house, right? How
okay.
to find?
How to find?
Just website, is it?
Okay. There's a few portals lah.
Okay.
There's a few portals. Usually like Property Guru, like 99.co. This thing called SRX, right? There are also a few websites with we call it listings lah, with these units selling. Carousel also have, right? But usually for me or for a lot of agents, we will say use the what do you call this? The popular home portals are like Property Guru and all
Like license.
Correct. Not license. Yeah, it's more of like, because agents, we have to subscribe to these home portals to use. So for the public to see. Whereas for those like okay lah, probably Carousel all probably okay lah. But I would say the credibility is more on the Property Guru and all lah. But for us agents, we have our own internal network. So sometimes our internet network, all the houses that are gonna be selling, they don't release to these portals yet, but they release to the network first. Because if let's say now within network we can close, it's better. Yeah, it's easier to close within network. Because sometimes the houses that the public see in the home portals, right, they might not see the one in the network. So if let's say I have a client who's looking for Woodlands and I have a friend who's actually selling in the Woodlands, so we can close with each other without letting the competition from outside, which is way better.
What's the minimum income to show that we can buy a house? Like the minimum.
Is there a minimum income?
Okay, there's no minimum income. But I would say the logical pricing in Singapore nowadays, it's priced such at both owners are working. Means husband and wife must work. Then you can buy a house. It doesn't matter how much you earn. Yes, correct. Probably you can earn 1,500, and then your income is about 3,000, and then probably you can buy a house. But house you cannot buy the big one lah.
Must
buy the
see your
small one
financial
lah.
also.
But it's usually priced at, as such as the both owners are working to buy a house in a family that has only a sole breadwinner. It's very hard. Very, very hard. Unless the income is really high. Then okay.
Because
probably above 5k, I would say.
But okay, sorry. But then if the breadwinner is earning like 3,000,
can. But usually sole breadwinner earning the 3,000 usually has a number of kids. Why the wife is not working? Because the wife has to take care of the kids. So if you buy a small house with that size, family size, then it's a bit difficult also. So that's why I say it's not that you cannot buy, but it's just that it's a little bit difficult if let's say you are a sole breadwinner.
Like kind of makes sense. Like why you are sole breadwinner? Because your wife need to stay at home. Why your wife need to stay at home? Because got kids.
Correct.
But it's like partners, right? They own the same amount of percentage of the house, or depends on how much they put in.
Okay, there's these two categories. We call it joint tenancy and tenancy in common. Joint tenancy is you and your husband and wife will own the house at equal rights. Means to say it's both owns at 100%. Right? For tenancy in common, it's more of like a business kind of mindset. That when you buy, how much is your share? How much is mine?
But people don't usually do that, right?
For houses, rarely. Rarely. Unless you really want to do something that is like asset progression, means you want to buy a second property. And then you want to cut down on this thing called ABSD, the tax. You want to cut down on the tax. So that's where you do the tenancy in common. Whereas the share, like let's say for example, you and your wife, right? You will be taking 99%, your wife will be taking 1% share. The house, right? It's 100%, right? But you are taking a 99%, your wife is taking 1%. So that in future your wife wants to buy another unit, another property, right? Then you can buy her 1% share. You understand?
Okay.
Buying at 1% is cost much cheaper. Then both of you owning equal amount, and then you want to buy off the 50%. Then at one of time, if the price of the house already shoot up, then you want to buy 50%, it costs a lot.
Okay. So I thought like, because I saw some comments in the website, something like she owned 95%, then the husband owned 5%. Then like something like want to buy another house. Just like if she want to buy the 5%, why is it gonna be like something like that?
Correct. She want to buy. Usually this kind of arrangement is more on buying extra properties for investment, for retirement and all. Retirement, what I meant by retirement is not gonna stay there. No, this is just your assets. Assets. In future, when you reach to a certain age, you feel like this is it. I want to retire. You sell all your assets, and then that's why you get all the money. That's when you retire lah.
Wow.
So usually when you have this kind of arrangement, you want to buy multiple properties, right? This kind of arrangement where you buy 99 one, you only put one owner, and then the other owner you just put as an occupier, so that you can I wouldn't say avoid, I would just say that you
the cheaper price, something like that.
this is a kind of like a loophole you want to avoid the tax. Because if not, if both of you are owners, right, and then you want to buy a second property, one of you want to buy a second property, right, even though only one of you want to buy, but because both of you are currently owners, you need to pay extra about 17% tax. 17% tax is paying to the government just like that. No, you're not even minusing from the price of the house. No. So if let's say now the cost of
this one is additional.
Correct. This one is we call it additional buyer stamp duty lah. So there is an extra tax, which is if the house costs 1 million, right, you need to pay 170,000 cash, just like that. Then we talk about the house. 170,000 must go first.
Tax come first.
Tax come first.
Correct. So in order to avoid all that, right, usually people will do this. But if you are not that kind of
business-minded,
you don't see you are the red pill, right? Red pill, right? Then you don't need to know all this. Just know as simple joint tenancy ni.
Okay. Because I thinking about like CPF of the two couple. It's like if let's say both of them 18-year-old, right, and then the girl and the guy started to work, but the guy need to go NS, right?
Correct.
So the CPF is lesser, right?
Correct.
Then most likely the girls CPF will be more, right?
Correct.
Just like it's still shared as the girl paid more of the CPF if
Correct.
they use the CPF.
Yes. So okay, you see, we got time.
Go.
Got time.
Okay, one last one. This one last one.
Okay. I try to keep it short. If not, then I'll bring. I bring to the next round.
Bring to the next round. Okay. We go after this.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, guys. If you guys wanna check out the part 2, we'll be back after this.
Yep.
Alright, guys. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the one and only Wello Show.
Welcome back.
Yeah, do follow us on Spotify. We're posting more content on Spotify. Do follow, guys.
Yep.
Yep, we're still joined with Garcie.
Hartie.
Garcie Hartie.
Hi.
Okay, I want to ask you about a little bit about relationship. Do you think that having an Onlyfans can cause relationship problems?
No.
No.
Like for me, like the boy-girl relationship, 0. But like friendship have.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Friendship.
Like or like in workplace relationship, I think more like
Like friendship, can you give us like example of what you mean by like friendship?
like sometimes guys,
Okay.
I think maybe their girlfriends kind of like, you know.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And like sometimes they are very, you know, they try to like being keep a distance or saying like, you know, I'm not simping for you, you know. And I feel like it's very theatrical, like and there's sometimes I'm very tempted to tell them like, no worries, I will not seduce your boyfriend. I don't even want your boyfriend.
I'm not into your boyfriend.
Yeah, like I don't want. But then it's like, how do I say it now? Like,
or maybe I think the girl's scared that the guy is the one that will like, you know.
There is so many times I'm super tempted to tell the girl like 100% zero chance, but like I don't know how to say it in a like polite way.
Yeah.
Like how do I say I don't want your boyfriend? Like keep it to yourself.
Maybe you can say, oh, you guys look so happy together. I'm happy for you guys. Maybe you can say
Maybe
that.
you show you're interested, like you like their relationship. Maybe it will be weird also.
Or maybe
actually.
they, like,
I
you
think-
envy, is it? You
Yeah,
envy
that's
also.
why,
Yeah, so
you
like-
cannot.
Sometimes I feel like it's I don't know how to like. How do you think I should say it?
Just think of a way. I know.
Let's think of ways. Like, what do you
Yeah,
think she should say?
I really don't want your boyfriend. Just keep it to yourself.
What if? But if you were to be mean to the guy, it would cause that relationship to be worse than
Exactly,
normal.
so I cannot say it.
Yeah, you cannot be mean.
Yeah, but how do I say that I don't want your guy?
I think simple as just say you guys look good together. That's all.
What if? No lah, the
girls will be sensitive.
The girl will be sensitive. It's like, you want to try my boyfriend now?
No.
makes sense.
Yeah,
means
means the other girl will see Gracie like, oh, you like this relationship,
Yeah.
means you want to be in my place.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Girls are just problematic.
I think maybe you. What if?
I think just be upfront, straightforward. Just say.
What if you act like you got a boyfriend?
What? Or you just
Even
lie
if
and
you-
say that
even
I'm
if
actually
you-
seeing someone else, so you
Yeah.
don't have to worry, babe.
Or you just wear a fake ring? You say you married.
So I thought of that before. Like I really was thinking, what should I do? But then if I do that, right? If I appear to be attached, I also worry that it might affect my
Oh,
my
your image.
yeah. So I was like,
understand.
it's very slippery. So I like sometimes I just don't even want to meet people. Like
Oh, I
unless and yeah.
But the thing is that, come to think about it, it's actually her problems, not Gracie problem.
her insecurities.
It's her insecurities. What?
Yeah.
You can deal with it. I got nothing on anybody. What? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
You're the one that feel insecure. Then now I'm supposed to explain to yourself. I'm supposed to explain to you.
But people just like to blame other people. That's why. You know?
you know
Then just
my
ignore.
PA
Okay.
actually got a PA.
Mm-hmm.
He actually had to quit because his girlfriend found out that he's working for me.
Wow,
then.
Yeah.
Wow.
And most of his work is remote some more.
Wow.
Just
Huh.
problematic. For
And
me,
I
it's
was
like,
like,
it's your problem. It's your you need to settle it yourself
Damn.
because of your insecurities. You know.
yeah, and I really very tempted to tell her like,
No,
really, I 100% will not. 100%.
I cannot really think of a way to convince them.
So okay, let's say so you say relationship wise not a problem.
No, zero.
So they like understand.
No, it's support.
Oh,
Yeah, like for example,
Support. Oh, okay.
yeah, like so for example, they know maybe so and so have certain opportunities or like ideas. They will actually contact me to like help accelerate my career or things like that. Yeah.
They don't feel jealous.
No,
Wow.
I every day at home I was there to like jealous. Like literally, I don't even leave the house. I don't meet anyone.
Oh.
So will you feel jealous or not?
I will feel a bit of like insecure.
Insecure.
A
Why?
little bit.
Please explain, please.
It's just a common feeling, Michael.
Mm.
To feel insecure.
I think I will
like,
feel the same way. Yeah.
Right.
It's like, don't look at my babies.
Yeah.
Like that. That kind of feeling.
yeah, that's just me lah. You probably look at me like this guy reflect or what?
Mm.
It's like his own point of view.
Mm.
Do you feel insecure or what, Michael?
Wait. Insecure. or
Wait,
not?
Must think first.
Maybe a bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
But if you know she always at home.
Yeah. If let's say right now, right, if she assure me of certain things, right, that I want her to, to do, then I'm confirm I will like feel safe lah. You know what I mean? Yeah, something like that. Lah. It's all about assuring.
Yeah.
You know?
Assuring your partner.
Mm.
Good or not?
Can.
Good.
Can.
What do you think about that?
I feel like, like I'm very open with what I do. So like anybody who approach me, they should know what they are getting themselves into. I don't try to hide,
Yeah.
Like if you suddenly tell me all these problems, like, you should deal with all these things before you come to me. So
But do you feel like sometimes people just want to make use of you? People just want to,
I do. That's why I don't go out to meet people. Like right now, like 99% of all the conversation I had, like when I chat with people, right, I even like other influencer or like creators, besides work, I never actually have small chats with them. Because I know the potential problem and I don't want them to think that I don't want all these problems. So yeah,
So you avoid lah.
I really avoid.
But you got ever experienced that before? Nah? Like you come to realization, actually he's just using me. So he's doing this because of different agenda, different intention. You got ever experienced that?
So personally, because I'm very aware of this,
Oh, okay.
so I really try to avoid. Yeah, I really try to avoid.
You won't even put yourself in that situation in the beginning.
I don't even want to I don't even want to chill and hang out. If I chill and hang out, I
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Because do you ever feel like, do you ever thought of like, what might people do to my pictures? Like what might these guys, some of the sick guys do to my pictures or whatever? You guys, you ever think of that? Right?
I probably I know, but I just don't care.
Ah.
Yeah, whatever lah.
Low key, you like it?
No, I have no feeling. Like, okay, well, whatever. Whatever lah, it's fine.
That's your job lah, technically.
Yeah. So as long as people don't come and step into my boundary or like come and disturb me, like my work or like affect, like I really don't care. Yeah.
But have you like ever know or someone tell you that this guy did this and that to your pictures or video?
Have my own friends tell me.
Is it like what did they do?
They say, "Wow, I use your picture for many times today."
Damn.
Like, okay.
Your friend, huh?
Friend tell you like that. Wow.
And then I think like some friends or like work friends, like sometimes they get drunk, they'll tell me lah.
Oh.
Like when they are not drunk, they're like, no, don't have. Then when they're drunk, they say, actually, I was like, okay. And then it's like in public events. They are like whispering to my ear that okay.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you ever worry that someone that know you subscribe to your OnlyFans?
No.
You don't.
No, I don't know. But yeah, definitely they know me and they subscribe. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
So you prepared before you actually participate in this creating of content?
So my belief, right, is that there's this thing at like the 7 sins.
Okay.
Like, anger, lust, sloth. So I think that there's a lot of these vices that people do. Whether or not you give it to them, they'll do it, man. It's just whether or not you know. So for example, if I don't do like OnlyFans, they'll just use my Instagram photos anyway.
Oh.
So yeah, there's basically no difference. I'm just giving them an outlet like that, maybe let them channel their.
Yeah, I want to ask you about just now you talk about like the stalkers and everything, right? What is the worst?
The worst,
The worst.
I think like there was one time I took Grab.
Okay.
And then my gut feeling is very strong. So like through all this experience, I've realized I just look at the person one glance, I know what's going on. So
we all okay, our face.
What's your radar now?
Actually, maybe like one kind.
Aslam
Oh, be questionable like you.
So yeah, so I suspected something is wrong, but then I was getting off the Grab, so I didn't really think much about it. So I just get off the Grab and but I just had this feeling, So when I walked towards my house, which is I was at the doorstep. So my house, there's a few angles lah. So like there's sharp angles. So like you walk here, like the main road, and then there is this. You need to turn.
Okay.
So if you want to follow a person, right? Like you cannot see clearly like where am I stopping what. So I actually stopped at the corner.
Oh, okay.
So he has a blind spot there. My house literally was there.
Okay.
So when I was at my unit, right, I was opening the door, and then I just looked at him, right? He was right beside me, the Grab. And he didn't even park his Grab. He just left his Grab like that.
Damn, son.
At the car park like that. And then he just followed me. And then I think he was caught by surprise also because he didn't expect me to stop there. So I just look at him and say, why are you following me?
You never scream?
I never scream. I said, cause I already have the feeling already. I get stopped so often. I really like Yeah. So I look at him, why are you following me? He said, no, I'm not following you. You forgot to pay your Grab fare. I say, what you mean I forget? I like, it's credit card. And they say, yeah, I don't know. I just follow you cause I thought you forgot to pay your Grab fare. Then I say,
fucking
no.
Hell. Yeah, I want to stop
But
the guys,
you really paid, right?
Huh?
You really paid the...
It's
through the
credit
card.
card. And then he didn't still want to go off. No, he said, this is your house, is it?
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Is this your house? I say, no, I'm visiting.
It's scary or what?
Scary, yeah.
Yeah. So
Fucking hell.
and it was the scariest because it was literally at my doorstep.
Yeah. Damn,
Oh,
son.
damn. It is really scary. I think that's the consequences of being that maybe famous, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I also don't really like to go out. Because I go out means I need to go home, you know.
Means more chances of people following.
I was like, like all my Grab name, everything, I changed the name. I really put random name. Then I always wear mask. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's really.
How old is that guy? That guy old guy.
I don't know how. I'm sure as Grab driver have a minimum age, is it? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely above that age lah.
Well, I really like frustrated when it comes to like this kind of things. Like, who the fuck you think you are? Like,
Yeah.
I angry when I hear this kind of story.
They don't care. I don't know why.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Is it a fantasy
punch your face.
Got one time last time, right? Like, I think because I was walking at a park, like my old place lah.
Okay.
So I think all the uncles, like maybe one or two uncles saw me outside.
Okay.
After that, right? Because I was in a floor. Okay, I'll just say lah, it's like ground floor.
Okay.
So from the ground you can see me one actually in the old place. After that, not just one uncle come his friends also come and like that look I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah,
son.
then I started telling my family lah. So then after that, my maid was very protective. Every time she go out, she bring the umbrella. She like that. She always like that. So I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, actually I have a few even more scary ones.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there was one time I go to 7-Eleven and because I always get stalked. So if it's at night and I'm walking, right, I always look behind before I walk there, I'll like look behind.
Even when you are wearing mask also, people will still stalk you, is it? Like when you go outside and wear mask.
So some of these cases is before I was even an OnlyFans creator.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's why I also became an OnlyFans creator, because I realized I cannot escape. I cannot escape this, then might as well I do it
Might as well
myself.
make use of it.
Yeah.
I think you're just too pretty.
I don't know. I'm wearing big t-shirt, cannot see anything.
Oh, is it?
So there was one time I was walking in 7-Eleven.
Okay.
I look behind. There's a guy and he's like walking, like looking at me like that, walking towards me, you know. And it's like completely dark and it's like 3 a.m. I was just going 7-Eleven to like buy snacks. And he was like walking towards me. And then because I get stalked so often, I know like the strategy is to not run or like not to, like, you know, like
To
avoid.
react.
Yeah. Is to stare at the person like straight in the face. And I did that. Normally, instantly it works. But I stare at the person like that.
How?
He stared at me back and he walked towards me.
Yeah.
And it was dark. I was like so
Fighting
fucking
against it.
scared. Yeah, I was so fucking scared, right? Then I just continue walking. And then I walk to the blind spot of this pillar. I sprint to 7-Eleven and I hide inside 7-Eleven. I yell at the auntie. I was like, no, there's this guy like stalking me. And then the auntie was like, then what you want me to do?
Wow.
I was like,
very helpful.
and then my heart just dropped. Yeah.
The auntie lazy to layan. What you want now? I already lazy already. At night already I working.
I need to work at 3 a.m. you know.
Yeah, I need to work.
But I think they don't understand what other people go through also.
Yeah, and the scary part is that even when I felt safer because there's somebody there, but he's still there he come in. And he come in and he gave me, like, he stared at me directly and he smiled, you know. And he was at the condom stand, he was just looking at condom, he just looked at me, like, smile. My heart dropped.
Wow.
Like, my heart dropped. I just immediately called police and I was like, I don't even dare to leave 7-Eleven until the police escort me back home. I was like so freaking scared.
Maybe you need to carry a weapon for self-defense.
No, the spray. Is it legal?
Pepper spray.
Cannot, I tried, but it's illegal.
Oh,
Was
okay,
it?
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or maybe you need to hire security.
Yeah, bodyguard.
That's why my strategy is just don't go out lor.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Or like if I go out, then I'll make my friends like fetch me home sometimes.
Wait, the pepper spray illegal?
Yeah.
Then how people want to prevent things also?
No lah, police have what?
Call
Every time
ah.
police have.
Yeah, need
Yeah.
to call police.
You need to wait
If
50
not-
minutes to
No,
for
you
them
just
to
wait
come.
inside 7-Eleven lah.
Every time.
Yeah.
But the auntie useless, cannot.
But I was smart. I know how to run inside 7-Eleven. If
Yeah.
like maybe other girls, they just...
Yeah,
They need to actually they need to at least have some weapon or to self-defense.
No, cannot carry weapon in Singapore.
Exactly. So it's like you kena and then you will get your what? You just sue them only. That's it in Singapore.
I think you should carry Nerf gun.
Nerf
What's
gun.
that?
That one toy lah, slow.
Toy gun. He asking you to carry toy gun. Maybe it might help.
Maybe might scare them a bit.
The uncle also thought like, oh, you want to play Nerf gun? He also take out his Nerf gun. Okay, come we play.
You know what I find is like quite effective right now.
What?
Where?
Instagram Live.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
take the phone.
Actually, true.
Yeah.
It's even better if, okay, let's say you take video, right? The video is not live. Insta live is better because it's live, you know.
Yeah.
So like everything can happen at the right time. Like maybe
Yeah.
people go and call police for you or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
True.
Yes,
That's very true.
But I feel like the 7-Eleven case, the guy was like mentally ill and he wouldn't be scared.
You really think he's mentally ill? I don't think these kind of people, right, is mentally ill. They are really just sick in the fucking head.
It's sick, sick, not
He's mentally ill, what?
Really,
Just,
man?
just below mentally ill. means they are not diagnosed.
No.
Yeah.
Or they are unaware.
No, they are addicted to porn,
Okay.
but they are not sick in the doctor's level.
Not yet.
Sometimes, right, if I were to be in your
Haven't
position,
declared.
Yeah.
Okay,
Haven't
sorry.
declared.
sometimes if I were to be in your position, right, if I encounter this kind of weirdos, right, I feel like I want to stop there and ask them like, okay, what actually do you want?
I do. But this guy is a different heat. Like if it's in public, I always confront them. 100%. Like I've a photo album category, right, of all the guys that I confronted.
Really?
Yeah. Because they're like if
Oh, you
I
took
saw on the
video.
street, they molest me or like follow me, then I save in the one
Yeah.
category. Of all their faces.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Have proof.
So don't mess with
Evidence.
Garcie.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Garcie.
Evidence.
Hey, what do you have to say to all the stalkers out there?
I don't know what to say, but don't stalk. It's like that's common sense, what?
Yeah, I think you guys can stalk me on OnlyFans.
Yes.
OnlyFans can. Not in real life.
We put the link right for her.
Can?
Yeah, we put the link for
Link
her.
here.
But like, let's say, also I'm wondering like, why are you always outside alone?
I'm not alone.
Yeah, she
Then when you there's
Go back
stalker
home alone,
encounter-
right?
Yeah, I go
Oh, only
Grab
when you
what.
going
Then
back.
if like, I meet my
Okay,
friends,
okay.
then I take Grab home. Then how?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then my friend need to walk me up the lift, man, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Then buy snacks also need friends to accompany.
That's
right?
why.
Oh, even in your neighborhood area, still like this kind of people.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven was my neighborhood.
Ah.
Yeah.
Maybe next time, whenever you want to go 7-Eleven, you want to buy snack, you can hit Aslam up. Aslam like, okay, I go and accompany you.
Bodyguard.
Then like in public, right? Like have there like any guys or hit you up or trying to pick you up, asking for your number?
Have.
And you will always reject them, is it?
I always say that
If handsome, then we'll give number.
no, I never ever
Oh,
give.
never.
I'll
Why?
never ever give. Even like my real life friends, I try not to give mobile number. I always give like username, Telegram username. I normally don't try to give. Yeah.
So we just reject.
Yeah, because I feel like
It might lead to something
I'm very daring on the internet, but actually real life I'm quite
conservative.
I am.
I think you have to be in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very like avoidant.
Yeah.
Okay, we gonna end soon, but you got any advice to the newbie, you know?
Newbies,
Newbie for want to start an OnlyFans, right? You got any advice for them?
a lot.
Okay.
I think you really need to prep and think about it because only the top 1% of OnlyFans creator is earning 33% of the whole of OnlyFans revenue. So unless you really reach like a certain level, it's actually not worth it. So yeah, and if you are, especially if you're in Singapore, it's very hard to do this full time or like all out and be like the big creators in the US. So I highly suggest that this should not be your main revenue stream. Yeah, it shouldn't be your only income.
Yeah.
And you need to be prepared for all of this. All of this.
Yeah, all of these consequences.
But this one is before even before OnlyFans I get it already. Yeah. Just OnlyFans maybe more. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure.
I think obviously OnlyFans confirm will be more.
Yeah, people know you.
I don't go
more.
out, so right now I have nothing to compare to. I don't go out.
I think you don't. Better don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be safer.
So you will say that not everyone can do it. This OnlyFans thing.
I don't want to sound very condescending. Like you can do it, but maybe you won't get paid a lot. Like, and it's a crush to your ego because imagine you take out your clothes, right? And like
that's the thing. You know, I say,
you don't even get to earn.
yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Do you think Achap can do? Will be successful?
Can I be successful in OnlyFans?
Okay, out of the three of us, you think who will become the most successful?
Don't do that.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Alamak, she don't want to say.
No, we haven't naked yet.
She don't want to break our heart.
She's too nice lah.
Hmm.
Yeah, repeat out lah.
That's why we want to ask. Like, we also want to start.
You want to start, meh?
Yeah.
To be honest, I always have the thought to start.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have to. So OnlyFans is just a tool. You don't have to use it for the same way people use it. You can use it to I don't know, sell music, sell
No,
like
I
beat
feel like I
behind
want to
the
do this kind of thing, like nudity, sex and all. Yeah. No, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Aslam full of
I feel
crap.
like
Nonsense.
that is where the money is. What?
No.
No lah.
No.
No lah. Chris Brown do the unreleased music in OnlyFans.
I mean, Chris Brown is already up there.
I mean,
Like,
depends
I
lah.
need to start from scratch, so I have to do this. You know, this.
No, depends.
So I think it's a bit scary because some people do it and they don't earn
Yeah.
really. So it's actually even sadder because they
Because they don't earn.
So do you think I can be successful in a way? Not really successful, but can maintain it or financially
Potential
stable?
lah.
Potential.
Hmm.
Do you think I can do it?
You should look at him like that.
Got
I
potential.
think can.
Can
You try?
Try what?
You try.
Try post.
Try what?
You try. You show the expression when you're like super.
Oh, need to show the
Yeah,
expression.
yeah.
like,
You show the camera.
You mean like orgasm or what?
Yeah.
I'll be shy.
You
See, I wanna do.
try.
Okay, like,
Try how to do OnlyFans.
Oh my god, Aslam, what the hell?
Eh, that
Aslam,
one
what the hell
nightmare,
is going on?
sia.
actually, that day, I don't know. Sia.
I don't know
on
you-
the spot. I cannot. Sia.
I don't know if
Aslam,
Gracie
what
can
the
sleep tonight or not.
Damn, son. You actually do it,
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it is,
Actually, not really, but it's just spicy a bit. You put me on the spot. I cannot do properly. Sia.
I think out of 10, she will rate it how many?
2,
2.
maybe 1.
How is it?
10.
10.
10,
ah?
Ooh,
10.
let's go.
10.
Aslam. Wee, tell Aslam, got
Now I feel
potential.
like I want to do again. Sia. Can I do again?
Can you do again?
Okay, this one proper one.
Okay, proper.
Okay, like,
Disturbing.
rabak
or what? Disturbing, sial. Oh my god, Aslam, what the
this
hell
is
is this?
disturbing. Fuck.
What is that, Shazlam? Now I imagine I do. I cannot do.
Okay, you do.
I cannot.
Now your turn.
I cannot do already. Cause Aslam do already. He do like that. I'm gonna be worse, yeah.
Why?
You
Cause
try?
he do like that.
Try?
I don't want, yeah.
Try.
I think I don't want to do. I don't want to do. I don't want to make OnlyFans. I cannot. I cannot.
Okay, maybe Aslam, you start first. Then after that, we see how.
By the end of the year,
But
I need time, you know, because this thing, I feel like this is a big thing, you know. Correct.
I think actually you don't even need to show any parts. Just your face expression. Can. Yeah.
Can man?
Can you try?
If you creative,
Yeah.
Again, third time already.
Cannot. I feel like I need to do.
Okay, I feel like you try. If you fail, like it's still okay. At least you never show anything
Yeah.
or what, you know.
Do you have any tips for him? How can he improve his facial expression?
I cannot. He's like looking at me. No, don't
No.
need. Yeah.
So
Very
he
good.
okay like that already?
I'm okay already.
Ah.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay lah. Can lah. We wrap it up.
Go to part.
We wrap it up. Later you go and tell us what happened lah after you start your OnlyFans. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gracie.
Yay!
We really appreciate you to come down to the podcast.
Yes.
And yeah, you want to shout out your social one last time?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Gracie Hartie.
Your social.
Your like Instagram, your
Instagram
OnlyFans or what?
Yeah, it's just Gracie Hartie. Everything Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
Gracie Hartie.
All right, there you have it, guys. Thank you very much. And if you guys want to follow us or follow us on Spotify or Instagram, it will be at the Wello Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We'll see you guys after this. Peace.